Welcome back. We are covering tip number 11 of 25 tips to become a better driver. And before we get started, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you've been back multiple times, it is time to commit to free advice from your uncle and Uncle Paul here, putting together some quality free internet YouTube content for you. It's just time to commit and subscribe. It helps me out, lets YouTube know that there's interest in the content, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the 40 plus subscribers we have now, working our way towards 50. Also, do me a favor, click the thumbs up. That also lets YouTube know that you appreciate the video, even if you don't feel comfortable subscribing. Hitting the clicking the thumbs up, and it's free to do and takes 2 seconds. That lets YouTube know that you appreciate it, even if you're just stopping by just for this video. I'd appreciate it. And then also click the alert button to be notified of future content that comes out. And in this series, again, the last tip and the next 3 tips, we're focusing on how to be better co-citizens with truck drivers. And so this tip today is tip number 11 of 25 tips to become a better driver. Never slam on your brakes in front of truckers. That's just something we should try and avoid. But, again, you really need to consider doing that and just being aware of your surroundings, right? Truck drivers, those rigs are huge and they're heavy, and it is hard to stop them. And if they're carrying a full bed of product, of whatever that product is, it makes it even harder for them to stop. So just be aware of, again, your surroundings and the road, and pay attention to the task at hand, right? What you want to do is make sure that you're giving yourself enough space to the car in front of you, but also be aware of the truck driver behind you, and make sure that you're paying attention to the road, not being distracted, so that you don't have to slam on your brakes. But if at all you can, try not to do it in front of a truck driver, because again, it's just hard for them to avoid you. So again, they hopefully won't be tailgating you either, and we covered tailgating in the last video. But again, this is one of those that just be careful of your surroundings. Anticipate. This is what I talked about in one of the earlier videos also, is just be anticipating what's going on in the road, right? You should be using your peripheral vision to anticipate the comings and goings of the cars in the lanes in front of you and the cars in front of you, right? So if you should be able to see, unless you're following a truck, but you should be able to see brake lights and people merging and coming and going, and anticipate kind of the flow of traffic, so that you're not being reactionary, right? And just kind of gently start to slow down a little bit. If you see it, even if the car in front of you isn't slowing down, you need to slow down as soon as you start seeing those brake lights, just a little bit. Doesn't mean you have to slam on your brakes, and you shouldn't slam on your brakes. But if you're traveling too close, that's what typically causes you to slam on your brakes, and that's what's going to cause truckers to potentially rear end you, basically. And that's, again, the last thing you want to avoid. There major injuries. I mean, it's bad enough when you get to a normal car accident. And again, as a former firefighter in the city of Detroit, I've seen a lot of gruesome accidents during my tenure there. And again, it's wearing a seatbelt is just another one as well. But again, it's compounded when you have auto accidents that involve truck drivers, right? Again, it's just because of the weight, and then also just because a lot of the cars are not really equipped to handle that weight and speed of those trucks, and the loads and the weights that they're carrying. So again, this is really more of you giving yourself enough space in between you and the cars in front of you, so that you can better see the flow of traffic, in the lanes on either side of you, and the cars out up front. And then again, anticipating potentially slow down in traffic, so that you're not slamming on your brakes. So that's going to do it for this tip. And again, before we go, do me a favor, again, hit the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, and click the alert button to be notified of future content. And we will talk to you at the next video.